Okay, we are live. I think we are ready to go. Welcome to the teleclass. This is Miles and Miles More Members. Today's teleclass is all about how to get new members from local businesses. If you're a health club owner who wants to grow your business over the next 12 months and reduce your reliance on advertising and marketing methods that have proved to have been unresulting, then you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for this teleclass today. Make plenty of notes. Make sure you've got your notepad to hand. This is my notepad. I write my goals down every single day. So be sure to make loads of notes. If you're not writing your goals down every single day, you're crazy. You're crazy. Right, I'm going to screen share with you right now. If for some reason the line breaks and you stop seeing me or seeing the slides, then just hit the YouTube bar along a couple of seconds and it'll tune you back in. The Wi-Fi where I am here is reliable, but there are times where technology just does what it wants to do, a bit like Mother Nature. So if for some reason you lose me, then be patient, because I will find my way back into the broadcast. Okay, I'm going to let me pull up my slides and let's just launch straight into it. I'm pretty hyper actually this afternoon. I've just been watching some Grant Cardone. I don't know if you're a fan. Grant Cardone's a sales mentor of mine, bit of a legend. He's awesome. If you've not checked out his book 10x Rule, then you need to check it out. So, Miles More Members, I'm going to talk you through a workshop, a method today, some strategies on how you can get new members from local businesses. Corporate Crowd is a workshop that I run with independent and gym chains all over the country, teaching them how to generate more business for local corporates. I mentioned, for those that are in my close tribe, here's an example of this work in action. This is Jack and Connor of Active for Less in Uxbridge. These guys got 92 leads in 4 hours. This is them in Costa Coffee getting a lead last year. So this method really is awesome. So I'm going to share with you the ins and outs of how they did that and how I do what I do and how I help clubs get more leads over the next 30 minutes or so. Stay tuned. So a little bit about me, for those that don't know. 8,000 gym memberships sold, work with over 130 independent gyms and UK health clubs. Clients also include Fitness First, Easy Gym, Active for Less and Fit for Less. And my mum managed an independent gym for 19 years. A lot of what I've learned about gym sales or getting members from local businesses is common sense, but not always common practice. That's a key thing that I like to get out of the way. I won't ever claim that I'm reinventing the sales wheel. As I say, this stuff is very common sense, but is not always common practice. I have a firm belief that how good your gym is does not determine your income. It's how good you are at making sales. One thing that I learned from my 8 years with creative fitness marketing, my old mentor Dave Wright always told us to sell the benefits, not the facilities. Doesn't matter whether your treadmills are from 1995 or 2015 with super TV screens and Sky Sports in. How good your gym is in terms of facilities will not determine your income. It's how good you are at making sales. One of my defining experiences at selling a gym membership, a lady came in to what is now Active for Less in Stevenage, client of mine, Declan Ryan. Hey Declan, hope you're well. Lady came in very guarded, very defensive, seemed to apparently not be interested in much conversation. Her words were, I just wanted a tour and I've got to get back to work. I probed her on the real reason she was there, kind of decided that I was going to really challenge her. I wasn't believing this nonsense about just coming in for a tour. I had this firm belief in my head that no one came in for a tour because people came in because they had a result they wanted to achieve. No one would ever go and just look. There was always the underlying potential buying decision. And we delved a little bit deeper, and I found out in a very short period of time that the reason why she wanted to join the gym was, it was pretty deep, was that she was worried that if she didn't, her husband may leave her because they'd not been physically intimate for about 6 months. And that was a big one for me. And ever since then, I've made it my mission when selling a gym membership or getting out into the local community to promote a gym, that as my good mentor Vinay Palmer says, it's not about you, it's about them. Getting good at sales is imperative if you want to grow your gym business. Getting good at going out and generating new business from local corporates is imperative if you want your business to grow. And if you don't get good at selling, you are doing people a disservice, because there are people out there that need what you have, who wouldn't want to feel better about themselves, lose weight, get good abs, get toned glutes. Everyone wants it. Most people just don't have the belief that they can do it. So you've got to inspire them. And the way that you're going to do that, get good at making sales. Your ability to sell to another is in direct correlation with the power of your conversations. A mentor of mine, Rich Litvin, goes on about powerful conversations. And if you haven't got one of these postcards, by the way, drop me an email and I'll send one to you, miles@milesmoremembers.com. Rich Litvin talks about powerful conversations. He uses the example of this diagram here. I love this. So Rich indicates that the power of your conversation multiplied by the time you spend in that conversation will determine committed clients. So when you go out to local businesses, you can't just promote your gym. You've got to talk to them about who they are, their lifestyle, their kids, why they're not a member of a gym, what their concerns are with joining a gym, why they've never done it before, why if they have done it before that it didn't work for them. You need to show people that you're genuinely interested in them, and you do that by the power of your conversation. It's really important that you get that. So there's two methods to generating business in local corporates, and I'm just going to kind of go through the approach with you. I think the approach is pretty similar, but the terms, the context that I'm thinking about business visits is high street and trading estates. Don't be confused. The way that you communicate with people in both types of business is effectively the same. Don't ever believe that you've got to change your approach too much. People are people. It doesn't matter whether they're at work in a Subway or a Nationwide bank or on Kosei Pharma Limited or whatever that business is. I don't know. I don't care what it is. All I care about is the people that are inside, and that's all you should really care about. When you go into each business, all that really matters is that you focus on a powerful conversation. It's so important. So why do people join a gym? There's many different reasons, many variables. I believe everyone makes their decision to buy anything, but specifically to join a gym, based on 6 human needs. 6 human needs is something that I learned when studying the great Tony Robbins many years ago. Tony's a motivational speaker all over the globe. Tony talks about our buying behavior and any behavior being driven by 6 needs. And for you to get a person to buy into the idea of joining your gym, you have to fulfill these needs. You have to meet these needs. You have to make people feel certain that they're going to get results. You have to make people feel that they're going to get variety in the way that they train. You're going to have to make them feel significant, make them feel good about themselves. You're going to have to make them feel connected, install the belief in their brain that you're going to help them and assist them to get what they want. And you need to ensure that they're going to grow. And the last one, contribution, that's really more aimed at you. If you've got any fear of rejection, you need to just put it to one side when you're going out to visit local businesses. This is not about you. This is about helping people. This is about making a contribution. If you haven't got the courage and the confidence to go into 50 new businesses to talk about your gym today, that's because your ego is in the equation. You need to take the ego out of the equation, and you need to focus from a position of service and contribution. After all, that's what the point of owning a gym business is, surely. There's 3 things you need to know, 3 elements of communication when visiting local businesses. You need to know that your words, your physiology, and your tone of voice have impact. The words that come out of your mouth are important, so you need to know exactly what it is that you want to say in advance. So I would be preparing a script for when you're going out to local businesses, and I'm going to cover that in more depth soon. Your tone of voice is important. You'll notice throughout this right now, our tone of voice is going up and down. I'm excited. I'm excited for you to listen and apply this. The key word there being apply. Don't just listen to this and go away and do nothing with it. I guarantee that if you apply this stuff, it will be sensational for your gym business. I'm genuinely excited. And if you're going out to promote your club, you've got to sound excited. And then your physiology is so important. Two guys approach a woman in a bar, they're twins. One gets battered down and nothing happens, and another one, they swap phone numbers and they go out on a second date. What was the difference? Well, he may have said something different, but the fundamental difference that made the difference was the tone of voice and the body language. So it's so important that you are aware of that. So when you're going out to local businesses, what are some of the key things that you need to be aware of? Step one, you need to know your outcome. What that means is, what are you going out to visit local businesses for? Is it to generate new business? Is it for powerful conversations? There are different levels of outcomes that you want to set. And if it was up to me, when I run my trainings, I'm always telling clubs that they need to focus on powerful conversations. Go out to visit gym businesses and always think consistently in terms of generating powerful conversations. Don't go out thinking you want to get sales. Go out thinking you want to build powerful conversations. It's really important that you know your outcome and that you know what you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it. Step two is you need to know what I call your call to action. What this basically means is you need to know, you need to have some compelling reason why people should come into your club. The easiest call to action that I've found that works is a prize draw. So I would approach a local business. I'd go in and say I meet James in Costa Coffee. I say, hey James, Miles here. I'm from In Fitness in Upminster. Big shout out to Jeff of In Fitness if you're on the call. The reason I've come in today is because we are currently sort of wanting to just kind of get the brand out and get more people active. And what we've decided to do is do a prize draw where if you are remotely interested in improving your health, we will put you in the draw. All I need to know is one area of your health or body that you would change or improve if you could right now. And then what you do is once they give you that area that they want to change or improve, then you put them in the prize draw. You do not put people in your prize draw unless they give you a compelling reason why they should go into the draw. Just to clarify, generating new leads for your business is worthless if you're just getting leads for the sake of getting leads. So if you're sending your staff out to do this and they come back with 25 leads, expect to see a compelling reason why a person wants to join your gym on every single bit of information that they give you. So it's so important you have a compelling call to action, and the easiest way, prize draw. You've got to then use that prize draw. It can't be a fake prize draw. You've actually got to give a membership away. And I suggest 12 months because it's good credibility. It'll look good if you contact local press and tell them that you're doing it. Change for life, if you're not familiar with things like that, government initiatives, you can probably piggyback onto things like that. But the best way to do this authentically and with credibility is to have a compelling call to action. Give before you receive. And the easiest way to do that is give away a membership as part of a prize draw. And it makes it so much easier to get the lead as well. Step number 3, which we've already kind of talked about, is you need to talk about what people's goals are, why they want to achieve what they want to achieve. I have a firm belief that every single person out there who isn't a member of a gym right now has some compelling reason why they aren't doing it, which is generally limiting beliefs. And they have a compelling goal that they just don't yet have the confidence to follow through on. This is your chance, this is your responsibility from a contribution point of view to help more people. So talk about people's goals, talk about what they want to achieve, why they want to achieve it. So hey Sue, so you want to lose 3 stone. Why do you want to lose 3 stone? It's for a holiday in September. Awesome. Where are you going on holiday? Malta. Brilliant. I've never been to Malta. Have you been before? No, I haven't. Awesome. Well, you have to tell me all about it. What inspired you to go to Malta? Oh, I've got friends that have been out there. They said it's really nice. Fantastic. What's the weather going to be like in September in Malta? It's going to be really good. It's going to be really hot. Okay. So you're probably going to be sort of swimming costumes and things like that. Yeah, it would be. So it'd be important for you to feel good in that sort of swimming costume. Yeah, it would be really important. So how will you feel if you're on the beach in September in Malta and you've lost the weight you wanted to lose, I feel fantastic. Brilliant. Well, let's get you booked in to have an appointment, and we'll get you booked in for a trial visit. Simple. Talk about goals, so important. So how do you implement this? Well, if you're anything like Active for Less and they get 92 leads in one outing, which was awesome, by the way, then you need to follow those leads up. There's no good getting 92 leads and not following them up. You've got to follow up the leads once you've got them. It's really important that you pick up the phone and you say, hey, Sue, that holiday in Malta you talked to me about, let's get you booked in for a free trial. I know we've got the prize draw that we put you in for. We're not probably going to be doing the prize draw until the end of the month. So why don't we get you in, because you sounded so enthused about the idea of losing that weight for Malta. Why don't we get you booked in for a session now? And then if you join, if you join and you win the prize, we'll obviously refund your membership, and you won't have to pay any more. But you sounded so pumped for the idea of making some changes to yourself. Why don't we get started? Let's get you booked in. So it's really important you follow up, otherwise those leads will just be wasted money, and no one wants wasted money. No one. How do you get good at generating leads? Power of repetition. You know how it is. You're telling your clients this all the time. If they want to get toned abs, toned glutes, lose weight, they've got to do it on a regular basis. They've got to hit the gym 3 or 4 times a week. They've got to be eating the right food, and they've got to be doing it with repetition. The only way you're going to get good at generating leads from local businesses is if you do it over and over again. I recommend that this week you get out there for at least 2 or 3 hours, at least twice. There's no way you're going to get good at this until you do. It took me years to perfect the method, but it's with some of my clients, they have nailed this within weeks of my on-site workshop. So power of repetition, get out there. Just the way that you practice and preach in your gym environment, you've got to obey the power of repetition. You can't get good at this overnight. You've got to practice. This is a brilliant quote that I love. A couple of years ago, I approached a big gym chain. They've got about 70 clubs in the UK. And the CEO one day rang me, and he said, Miles, I'm not happy about the way that you've pestered and pursued me. And I thought he was ringing because he wanted my business. And after 10 minutes on the phone of kind of him getting to know me, he actually said, do you know, I actually like you. Why don't you come up to my office and see me? If I'd have taken that initial rejection personally, I never would have got that meeting. It's so important to know that if when you go out to visit local businesses that people reject it, that is not an indication of your product being no good. Remember, if you believe in your gym business, if you believe in what it is that you have to offer, don't stop offering it simply because some people reject it. Many people just aren't good at recognizing talent or value, and a lot of people just have such deep, encrusted, I don't even know if that's a proper word, have such deep-rooted limiting beliefs around what they can and can't do that they're scared to join the gym. So don't worry, rejection will happen. It's all part of it. You just have to keep going. So the Get More Leads corporate workshop, I'm doing an offer on it right now, just to sort of tell you a little bit about that. The business visit coaching is worth £1,199. You get that included. You get the business visit script, so you know exactly what to say. That's the value of $599. You get the follow-up script, so that you know exactly how to follow up, either on the phone or by visiting the businesses. That is worth, it's worth more than that. I put it as $399, but it's probably worth 5 times that, knowing how to follow those up and make sure those leads convert. And the business visit follow-up coaching, so knowing how to follow up on foot in person, like with the follow-up script, is worth its weight in gold. That's $499. The total value of all that is $2,696. The usual investment for it is $1,500, so £1,500. But what I'm actually going to do for anyone who signs up in June is I'm actually going to give it you for $799. So anyone who's interested, who wants to take this up and actually have me on site with you for a full day, critiquing your approach, your words, your tone of voice, your body language, the whole shebang. If you're interested in actually getting 92 leads and me being there with you, teaching you this stuff live, then instead of the usual investment of £1,500, you can have it, if you book it in June, for just $799. That's it from me today. Miles at Miles More members, I hope you have enjoyed the session. Wishing you well. Take care and get out there and generate some new business.